whether you're loving to them. And I gotta go into this because this reaches the dynamic of relationships. I read a book maybe about 5 years ago that says the communications of love. That love can be communicated in so many different places, by different people, based upon their backgrounds and what they went through and how they perceive reality. So you could think you're performing an act of love to somebody, but yet the way they have been trained and raised and their etiquettes and the way they have been taught in their pathologies, that they don't perceive your actions as love. Follow me with this. So you're being ultimately and completely loving, but you're being perceived as not loving at all. Just on how people perceive reality. What did that go to say? That love is not that's something somebody can give you. Love is how you can rightly perceive reality. Y'all know what I'm saying? Can nobody give you love? You cannot be in a loving relationship. You can only relate lovingly. Y'all hear what I'm saying?
Wow.
And you must be able to relate lovingly to everything that comes and shows up into your life. You must lovingly relate to that so that you could transform it into your own empowerment to create the reality that you wish to manifest. Y'all know what I'm saying? So these people going out talking about, I'm looking for love, need to start becoming that which they seek. Begin to perceive love and project love and become a loving person, because they're probably looking for love is because they don't have it to give. They're not aware of their ability to give it. Same people looking for romance. I said you can have romance by your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a wine glass and put you some grape juice in it and sit down romantically.
You can marry yourself.
You can turn on some music and sit down by yourself and have romance. You might not be no Roman when you get up in the morning, but you have romance. So romance is something that people can even have by themselves. And by them becoming a romance, becoming romantic, they become poetic. They become romantic, and they begin to perceive reality romantically, and the slightest, most subtle things become romantic. Y'all hear the point I'm making? So they went from looking for romance outside of themselves to changing their perception of reality. Now they're romantic poets. And everything is romantic. The way you handed me that book, that was so damn romantic. Damn. Y'all hear what I'm saying? The way you lit that incense, there was something so romantic about that. But you got these people that are brain dead, that are looking for something outside themselves, and they're desensitized. And they blame others for their lack of experience of love. They do. They blame other individuals. You don't love me. Everything we do is love. We're born out of love. The womb of our mothers was complete and total love. Even if our parents didn't love each other in the way that society classifies and labels and categorizes love, love was there, thus we were born. We were born out of love. We exist, live, move, will, and have our being in love. The translation of the word God is love. If anywhere you substitute the word God, you can put love there and it means the exact same thing. God is love, according to the scriptures. So everything is love. When you realize that, you cannot be mad anymore. And we cannot be looking for this outside of ourselves. And the word love begins to be a word of responsibility. When you say you're looking for love, you're now looking to give. Because you must give this vision and this perspective and this response and this activity and this behavior. You must present this to reality.
Action.
And when you present it to reality, it presents itself back to you. The Sufis put it this way: you draw nigh to Allah and Allah shall draw nigh to you. Take 2 steps toward God, God shall take 2 steps towards you. So once you begin to present this loving approach to reality, then your circumstance becomes a loving circumstance. It's that simple. And our people need to know that. That's a part of the enlightenment. Because we can never have a nation if the individuals do not enlighten. And they're still projecting something outside of themselves. They have an excuse not to be divine. I say people have an excuse to be or not be enlightened. It's up to the individual. Completely. So love has to be exuded in everything we do. And we must realize that love is everything. It's not a relationship to a person. It is an outward projection of your own being. Y'all hear the point I'm making? Period. And once we realize that, there's no excuse to be loving. There's no restaurant to be loving at. You feel what I'm making? There's no movie theater where we can be loving. There's no hotel where we can be loving. We can be loving all the time, and we can embody a love that awaken the entirety of our people. There was love in Marcus Garvey. He had a love for the people. He went through 2 wives. Both of them was Amy's. But he loved the people, though. Do you hear the point I'm making? And that love was necessary because we had one of the largest movements that we ever had. 6 million members. That love is